Desktop Aviator presents Flying with the Model 2120 Toggle Switch Pulse Generator. The 2120 is a small, compact circuit board utilizing advanced USB technology. It measures only 1 3/4 by 2 1/4 inches, but provides an interface between 20 standard toggle switches and your computer's USB import through a Series B cable. With your purchase, you will receive not only the 2120, but we also will include 20 2-pin female connectors that allows you to easily connect a single-pole, single-throw toggle to the 2120 board. Seeing that the toggle switch provides a connection to the common ground of the 2120's control pin, the length on the connector wires is no problem. With the 20 switches connected to the 2120 and the board plugged into an unused USB port of your computer, the 2120 is sensed by your computer and the needed driver software is automatically loaded. The 2120 does not need any special software or advanced programming techniques. Sounds simple? You bet it is. You too can connect 20 toggle switches to your flight deck, even if your experience with electronics is limited or even non-existent. In the next section of this video, let me wire up a toggle switch to show you how easy it is. So what we are going to do now is to solder 2 wires to a standard single-pole, single-throw toggle switch like this one. Very common, very simple, very inexpensive. We're going to take 2 wires and solder them to the 2 terminals in the back of the toggle to 2 terminals on the female connector. And basically, that's it. Just make up 19 switches just like this one. So the first thing we will do is to connect 2 wires to the 2 pins on the female connector. Seeing that the connector is so small, I will use a common plastic clothespin to hold the connector while I do the soldering. For this example, the length of the wires are about 8 inches each. But as I mentioned before, you can have it anywhere from 2, 3, even 4 feet without any adverse effect on the operation of the 2120 circuit board. We now need to solder the other ends of the wire to the toggle switch. There are only 2 terminals on the toggle switch, so soldering the wires should be no problem. When complete, this is how the switch assembly should look. Just make another 19 more of these assemblies just like this one. You then plug each assembly into the 2120 board. To make the installation of the toggle switch assembly as easy as possible, the 2120 board has 2 2x17 pin connectors on either side of the board, marked J1 and J2. Now just take the switch assembly's 2-pin connector and plug it into the 2120's J1 or J2. Both J1 and J2 provides inputs for 10 switch assemblies each, for a total of 20 per board. Pinouts for the J1 and J2 connectors can be found at the installation page on our website. With the wiring of the 20 toggle switch assemblies, let's plug the 2120 into your computer using a vacant USB port. When plugged in, notice the window at the lower right-hand side of your monitor, showing that the computer recognizes the 2120. The computer will automatically find and load the appropriate driving software for the board. With the 2120 connected and running, let's test the board using the calibration window found on your computer. In the lower left-hand corner of your monitor, find and click on the Start icon. Then click on Control Panel. When clicked, a new window will be displayed. Find and click on Game Controllers, then click again. A third window will now open. This new window display shows Pulse Generator Model 2120. Click on this listing. The 2120 property windows will now open, showing 20 red buttons. Now flip the toggle switch and notice the 1/4 second pulse shown at button number 1. Now flip the number 15 toggle switch and notice another 1/4 second pulse, this time at the number 15 button. Now the same with the number 5 red button. Now that we know the 2120 is working, let's run our Flight Simulator 2004 and program some useful avionics functions. With Flight Simulator 2004 running, let's assign one of the toggle switches to be the master battery switch. First, click on Assignments. Then scroll down to Master Battery Switch On/Off. Then click on this listing. Then click on Change Assignment. Now with the assignment window displayed, flip the toggle switch you want to control your battery function. In this example, it'll be button number 5. Then click OK. Then click OK again to save the programmed function. To test the toggle switch program, now click on Create a Flight. Here we have a cockpit display of a Cessna Skyhawk. Let's zoom in on the master battery rocker switch located in the lower left-hand side of the panel. Now flip the toggle switch just assigned to the battery. Notice how the rocker switch on the panel flips on and off with the movement of the 2120's toggle switch. Also notice how all electrical equipment on the Cessna's panel is also turned on and off with the movement of the toggle switch. This is only a small sample of what can be achieved using the 2120 pulse generator board. Connecting multiple 2120 to your computer, you have the power to include 20, 40, 60, or even 80 toggle switches to your Cessna, Piper, or Mooney aircraft. The 2120 works equally well on 737, 747s, or even Airbus flight decks.